Microphone check, microphone check. All right, this is it, man. Let me do my intro. It sounds really good. Welcome to the One Life, One Chance podcast. I'm your host, Toby Morse.
You're a fast talker. That was very fast.
Thank you. If you don't know the voice, then you should know the voice. Welcome to the podcast, Mr. Fat Mike. I should call you your last name right, Burkett? Say Burkett?
No.
Okay, you like being called Fat Mike? Because you look really good. You look like Fit Mike.
Thank you. I'm
really
going by
good.
Fit Mike now.
Okay, perfect.
You know,
you lost like 20 pounds
I'm
or something,
changing
right?
my image, cut my hair nice, dyed it black.
Going vegan.
It won't work, but you know, I can try.
No, you look really good. I haven't seen you, so I'm so psyched to have you. So many people request you all the time. I know you've been busy. The world's in shambles, but like I'm so happy you came. I appreciate it, man.
You're welcome.
I don't even know the first time I met you because I might have been Europe when I was sick of it all in the early '90s. Like you guys.
Oh yeah,
there might have been.
It was sick of it all.
Like maybe 90, 91
with Dave Haas.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I was a roadie before him actually.
Yeah. Now they got Mike. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick of it all roadies are the best. No shit.
We're a rare breed for sure. Like we have a lot of. Anyway, I didn't know you from Massachusetts. I was born in Massachusetts.
Oh yeah.
That's fucking crazy. I'm from Taunton, Mass.
Oh, I'm from Newton.
Yeah.
And
you didn't live there that long, did you?
Yeah, I bailed. 4.
At 4 years old.
Yeah. I went with my parents. You know.
Okay. But you're an East Coast. You're officially kind of an East Coaster in a sense.
Yeah. My mom made me go to speech therapy.
Really?
Yeah, we were in L.A. because I had a little accent.
Wow.
And I thought I was fucked up. I'm like, oh man, what's wrong with me? But
because your accent.
Yeah. I would say "guh" and "ka," and so she didn't want that.
Wow. So
she didn't want me to be weird. She wanted me to hang out with rich folk.
Yeah, you went from Massachusetts to Beverly Hills, basically, huh?
Yeah.
Like what? Was
I was in the Valley.
Okay, the Valley.
Grew up in the Valley, and then Beverly Hills. My mom was a manicurist. She worked at a salon there.
Okay.
So people are like, oh, you grew up in Beverly Hills. I'm like, yeah, but my mom was a manicurist.
I mean,
we had a 2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
But, I ended up hanging out with crazy rich people. Like the Annenbergs.
Wow.
I mean, that guy, well, he's dead now, but he owns a golf course, his own golf course.
Wow.
He owns TV Guide.
TV Guide?
Yeah.
So is that like
why are there so many TV Guides in your house, Howard? My grandfather, he owns it. And not really a company you want to buy stock in these days.
That's fast. do you have any siblings?
I have a half sister, 13
Okay.
years younger than me.
Not into the same style.
Full Jew.
Okay. Are you not a full Jew?
I'm full Jew too.
Okay.
So I don't know why I said that, but
So was like a culture shock going to Beverly Hills High School and stuff like that? Growing up where you grew up?
Well, I skipped a grade in the Valley.
Okay.
Because some smarty pants, and then Beverly Hills, they're like, yeah, you're going back because you may have skipped a grade in the Valley, kid.
Wow.
So.
And were there other punk rock kids there at the school growing up with you?
Yeah, at Beverly High.
Yeah.
The Stearns. I went to high school with the Stern
okay.
brothers and Sin 34 and Rigor Mortis.
Wow.
There were 12 punk rockers out of 3,000 kids.
Wow, that's a sick crew though.
Yeah.
12 of you. And then what was like your first exposure to punk back then? Like to music in general? Like how old were you?
Well, I went to summer camp from 10 to 12.
Okay.
And when I was 12, Joe from the Vandals, Joe Scalani, was a counselor at the camp.
Oh shit!
And he played some punk rock. He played Ramones and Sex Pistols at the dance.
Wow!
So after camp, I went to Rhino Records and said, "Do you know a song that talks about beating up a brat with a baseball bat?" So he goes, "That's the Ramones, kid."
Wow!
And that was the first thing I ever bought, Ramones cassette.
And then after that, it's just almost just like you find so many things after that.
Yeah. And then little by little, and I was going to the whiskey before high school when I was, 14.
Yeah.
And you'd see like Missing Persons or Oingo Boingo or Bad Religion. It was all punk to me.
Yeah. And were you like a good student? Like, did you like school?
I really did. I ditched once in 4th grade. That was it. And that was to see Star Wars.
Wow. That's okay.
It was opening.
Yeah.
And it was pretty good. But no, I never ditched. I got, I'm an A student.
Wow.
Finished college.
And would you play sports in school? Do you give a shit about that stuff?
No, dude. I hate sports. I hate sports. I hate sports. I hate sports.
Okay, perfect. So did you want? What did you want? Like, what were your goals when you graduated?
Well, I went to real estate school too, so I was going to be a real estate agent, but the '89 crash of housing, and I'm still playing NoFX.
Yeah.
We're touring every summer.
Okay, you did that start that.
We went on tour when I was still in high school.
Wow.
In so spring break was our first tour.
Wow.
And our first show was with 7 Seconds in Reno.
Holy crap!
That was the best.
That's the first show.
Our first out of town show.
Wow.
And I was just gonna, I remember when I graduated high school in '91, I made $8,000 in NoFX. And I'm like,
It's a
this
lot.
is
That's
awesome.
insane. Yeah.
I can do this. And Erin, she was making $19,000 working at a public relations firm. So I'm like, fuck yeah. My wife's working, making the big dough. I can do this punk rock thing for as long as I want.
So, so before you had a band called False Alarm.
Yeah, we played one party.
Okay.
I got laid. I'm like, being in a band shit, this is good.
And so yeah, it seemed like it didn't last that long, that band.
Oh, it was terrible.
And then you met. And I have a question too. So,
you have a question too?
Yeah. NoFX is inspired by Negative Effects name. Is that true?
Yeah. I never liked the name, but when we started, both Erics had X's on their hands. They were both straight edge.
Oh snap! That's part of my question. Go ahead.
And I go, I'm not straight edge. They go, it's okay. Spiked hair and shit. And our first show was with Unity and Justice League. And they just, Justice League, you guys want to play on our equipment?
Sick.
We had 4 songs.
Yeah.
So I beer bonged a 40 ounce of Old English, and then we played the show.
Wow. Did anybody ever ask you if NoFX means no fucking straight edge?
No.
You ever heard that before?
Not really. Are you making this up?
No. I told somebody that happened. They're like, ask him if NoFX mean no.
No, we like Negative Effects.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
We couldn't agree on a name. I hated it. I still hate it. You know why? Because people ask questions about it. No one asks suicidal tendencies what the fucking name, the meaning of their name
but
is.
It's not initials though. It's different. Yeah.
It's a terrible name. A name you have to explain.
And doing in college, you got a degree in human sexuality.
Minor in that.
Okay, a minor in that, but it was social science, bachelor's degree.
Yeah, and I could have been a sex therapist. Easy. I mean, that's what I do on tour. And people don't even ask. I just tell. Like, you guys don't look very happy. Let me talk to you.
So that's the kind of stuff you... Wow.
I love that.
So the band, you're already playing NoFX, but you're still going to you still went to college.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So it
took me 5.5 years because, we were going to Europe and shit.
Yeah.
And we do a 4-month tour, so... But...
Yeah, back then, 4 months is nothing, man.
I mean, might as well... Oh, that was so long for us.
Back then?
Well, yeah, in Europe we had 50 shows in 51 days. That was pretty brutal. I took brutal. 2 showers.
The whole tour?
Yeah, I don't shower. Damn. I still don't shower. I mean, I have a great shower in my house. There's stuff in my shower.
But you look clean. You pull it off.
Yeah. I don't know how.
So you guys you started playing shows. Are you working a job at all when you graduate?
No, but I worked through college.
Okay.
Doing flyers, and I used to deliver drugs for a drugstore in high school and shit. Yeah, my dad made me work when I was 15. I was a McDonald's kid.
Oh shit.
Yeah, summer working at McDonald's sucks.
Damn, I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's shit like that makes you entrepreneurial. Because I don't want to do that again.
Yeah. So you guys are playing shows, and then you guys playing local shows, and you guys are touring, and you start because you put a 7-inch out first.
Well,
right?
we grew up in L.A.
Yeah.
And we could not draw more than 10 people. L.A. is a rough town to be a local band. It's just, especially one that is terrible. I mean, how terrible we were. we toured with Entropy, Scared Straight, and The Grim, and they were all much better than us.
Okay.
You know what we did on that tour in '85? I don't think any band has ever done this before. Okay.
Yeah.
We're a band. Smelly quits to go to Santa Barbara and become a junkie. He had goals too. But
shout out to Smelly.
So we don't have a drummer, and Eric Melvin says, "Hey, I got a singer and a drummer for NoFX." I'm like, "Oh, I thought I was a singer. That's cool." Whatever. So we book a tour. We did not rehearse once.
Wow.
I never met these guys. We met in El Paso, Texas, and played the show. I'm like, Dave, hi, I'm Mike.
Holy shit.
And no sound check. We just went on and played. And it was fucking horrible. And we had a 10-day tour. With new band, we never rehearsed. I mean, they rehearsed,
Yeah.
but not with the bass player and the guy who sings.
Wow.
So I just don't think anyone's ever toured without rehearsing
Nah.
with new members.
No, that never happens. Were you guys tight by the end, obviously?
No, it was terrible.
Damn.
And then our singer got in a car accident and died. So
Holy shit. How old was he?
Really, I wish you could see that, but the quotation marks. But
and that's crazy. He died
like 19,
Damn.
20. But worked out pretty well for me.
Holy shit, dude!
Too soon? God, it was
No,
fucking 86.
That's a long time ago. So you guys were on Mystic Records back then. That's right. Holy
Yeah.
shit!
It was really the only game in town. It's a good idea to open a label with a studio a half a block away from the biggest punk club. Cathay de Grand.
Wow.
So literally, they would just see bands, hey, come record, and sign away all your songs.
And that's what you guys. That's what you guys did.
Yeah.
Fuck. And then when did after then that was 85, and then the first record. Well, no, he did. So what if we're on Mystic? That's a great title too.
Yeah. Still terrible band. Terrible band.
And the PMRC can suck on this. That's another one. But then Liberal Animation. I forgot how.
Is this the research you did?
No, I have so much shit. I have so many of your album titles are so fucking smart and creative. I knew, but when going back and doing deep dive on you, it just the Liberal Animation. That's first. That's Epitaph, correct?
Yeah, but I put that out on my label first.
Oh, first.
Yeah,
and then they released
in '88. That's when I started. '87, I started putting out records.
Fuck.
Like we have 507 inches. That was the first one I did, and all the labels are hand colored by us.
Okay.
And numbered, and man, I just sold them for $2,000. Like they go.
Wow.
Because they're all hand drawn, not like a song titles. Like we drew pictures of like toasters, ocean light, telephone booth, whatever.
So was there a point when you just was there any point? What was the point like where you wanted to like play music? I just want to do this. I just want to keep touring. Did you love being on tour even if you guys sucked?
Well, yeah, and I was, everyone else was doing so many drugs back then, and I didn't try drugs till I was 31.
Holy shit.
So I just took care of everything. But yeah, like going on tour, it was just so fun. And back then, as you know, there was never any hope of making money in the 80s.
It was
no
fun.
Fucking way.
Yeah.
And everyone was going metal, and DRI was about the biggest you could get, and they actually got pretty big, not good, but big. And,
crossover.
Yeah, crossover. And that because we never crossed over, that's one of the reasons we're successful.
I think so too. And
RKL broke up, SNFU broke up, and those were the two bands that were much better than us, much better. But they both, broke up.
Well, I love SNFU. I love that they're listed as one of your influences. That's like great fucking
Rudimentary
band.
P&I, Subhumans, RKL.
Yeah.
RKL, I mean, I don't know. If you're not listening to RKL, you're crazy because they're better than everyone.
And you play with them. Yeah, that's crazy. Are they still around? They still play?
No, they're mostly dead. Yeah. One of the members shot himself in the head twice.
Twice?
Yeah.
Holy shit. I didn't even know that.
Well, the first time, it must have gone like, ow!
Yeah.
And then, like, I'm still alive.
Holy shit.
Yeah. But the funny thing about it is that he was in his parents' bed. So,
Holy shit.
There's that.
Wow.
No issues there. And then one member died from doing speed when the doctor said, if you do speed again, you're going to die.
Holy
He
shit.
waited 6 months, did it again, died.
So you weren't doing that? Were you just drinking and smoking weed back then?
Weed? Fuck no.
So what were you doing for partying?
I said I didn't do drugs.
But nothing at all? Drinking or nothing?
Marijuana is a drug, Toby. I mean,
Well,
from
now-
you, like, you know.
That's true.
And-
That's true.
Personally, I think it's the worst. Like, I do not want to hang out with a stoner. I'd rather hang out with someone on coke or heroin or antidepressants, which is also a drug.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? Antidepressants are just ecstasy in small doses. It's what it is.
Wow. So you were experiencing anything to your 30s. Holy shit.
Yeah,
You were a focused business guy in the band.
Yeah.
Running
Well,
the
that's the
show.
thing is, my mom told me when I was 15, as she's smoking weed, and if you ever want to smoke weed, get it from me. And I'm like, but she said, you're too smart to smoke weed. You're too smart. Don't fuck up your brain. And I just believed her.
Wow. And stuck with you.
Yeah. And then, after you make your first fucking couple mil, then it was like, me and Erin were like, she never tried drugs either.
Wow.
And we're like, let's try drugs now. Yeah. Can't get fired.
And you remember the first drug you tried?
Well, I mean, I tried pot, but I never got stoned.
Yeah.
And I fucking hate pot. Makes you confused. I don't see the point. It makes doing menial things in life better. And if you want a life of doing menial things, that's what you're going to get.
Yeah.
But if you actually want to think, what did the Deadhead say when he got out of rehab? What's this fucking music I've been listening to? Yeah, because you can't be sober and like the Grateful Dead or write a good song.
Yeah. So you think that helped?
No. Or you can write a good song sober.
Yeah, but
you can't on pot.
But you seem such a focused person too. So when you started doing drugs, did that keep you more focused? Did that fuck things up for your label, for music, or did it help you more?
No, I think
more creative.
Well, I never did heroin or speed, and I really, people don't think this about me, but I always did everything moderately. Like if you talk to people on the Warped Tour, like I had a 2 a.m. cutoff always. Like, hey, you guys got to bail.
Yeah,
bedtime, jerk off bedtime, and I used to have a calendar. This is all that people don't know. I had a calendar on the Warped Tour, and I made sure to be sober for at least half the shows, and I picked the cities. Like, I'm not fucking going to waste my time in Kansas City partying or St. Louis,
Wow.
When I'm in Minneapolis, yeah, I'll party that day. And the thing is, when I'm partying, I'm out talking to people and shit. So when people see me, they're always like, yeah, Fat Mike's just loaded all the time. Yeah, but I'm not. And same thing when I'm going out in San Francisco or Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I only see people when I'm at a show. Yeah, I'm getting loaded.
Yeah.
The other 4 or 5 days a week, I'm just doing whatever.
It's normal stuff. You're running a label too, a fucking very.
I barely run that.
Well, I'm saying back then when it started, like,
yeah,
it's one of the most successful independent labels of all.
Yeah, sure, you could say that.
According to the interweb.
Well,
and you guys never signed to a major, which is fucking incredible. I'm giving kudos for that. You guys stayed independent your whole fucking career.
Well, we did it not to be fucking PC or something. It's just I thought it was the smart thing to do.
Especially because you ran your own as well. It's smart. You know how the whole shit works.
Yeah, and you make a lot more money.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was the way to go. I didn't want to get big on a major and then drop. And with my voice and my lyrics, I wasn't. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen, fatty.
But one of your records. I'm not going to go through all your records. You're probably sick of hearing talking about that shit. But one of your records is Punk In Drublic, a gold record.
Yes.
I'm sure the rest is a bunch there at this point.
And not many bands have gold records that never charted. It took 8 years to go gold.
That's still amazing, though.
Metallica has one, but I don't think any Ramones album ever went gold.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's fucking because
it's funny when you think of Ramones.
Dude,
I sing this lyric years ago. Because they were a band for 18 years. We've been a band 38 years. It's like weird. And the Clash. The Clash were a band for, I believe, under 8 years.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah. The Beatles, too. The Beatles, crazy how much work they did in such a small amount of time.
Damn. That's like Tupac as well. Made a lot of records. We'll get into hip-hop later. So, Mike, so you start partying in your 30s, plus you're running a label.
Yeah, it did not affect me in a negative way.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Like creative-wise.
No, because I get focused.
Mm-hmm. It does that for some people, for sure.
Yeah, like in the morning when I drink some coffee, that's a good time to write. But when you're staying up all night doing blow, it's like that's when you really fucking dig in.
I'm sure some lyrics are crazy from that, yeah.
And I mean that's when you start writing things that you normally you wouldn't think of, because you're sleep deprived, and you start singing about subjects that you would never bring up.
Yeah,
like that song, called "That Time I Killed My Mom." I don't think I would have gone there.
I didn't even know that you told us before the pod. I'm like, holy shit, it's deep.
It's gnarly. I mean, that Cokie the Clown record is. People can't even listen to it. I think it's one of the best things I've ever done. But then I'm like, oh, this is a real
dark,
a downer. I mean, it's all the tragedies in my life.
Yeah,
and it's dark. I didn't think about
it. Therapeutic for you to write songs through that character?
You'd think it was. No, it was just not an awful experience, but awful. experience. Yeah, I do need speech therapy, I think.
Have you ever had
I was at Danny Lohner's house.
Okay.
And doing it.
Okay.
And I was just drinking vodka and doing painkillers and coke. Just it was rough. And I sang everything like curled up in a corner.
Damn,
you know?
man.
And then we did shows, which are really cool, but I realized I can't do this again. No.
Wow, man.
Not therapeutic. I don't suggest it.
Have you ever had therapy?
Yeah, usually, but not when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
Couples therapy.
Do you feel like writing music and all that shit, expressing yourself is therapeutic for sure?
No, I think I'm okay. I don't really have a lot of issues.
Okay.
I mean, I would if I wasn't having all the fucking cool sex I do. I mean, that's my passion. Is like, BDSM. So.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And you were talking about that back in the day too. Like,
what's the first thing I ever jerked off to? It's like, it's my sexuality.
Okay.
It's funny too because recently this UCLA professor wrote an article about how they were very unhappy that Fat Records put out a Pride shirt.
Okay.
And we're just capitalizing on gay pride. And I'm like, hello. I'm part of the capital letter community, I believe. I mean, I'm a weirdo, or not that they're weird, but I have all kinds of. I've been in polyamorous relationships with trans people and whatever. I'm just, why are you picking on me? Like, I'm part of this community. NoFX is the only band that always fly a gay flag. We've been flying a gay flag for 20 years.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking flies a gay flag. We're not making money off that. She picked on Fat Records and me, called us homophobic.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, of all the people, me. Yeah, and Fat Records is an unsafe band for an unsafe label for the LBGT.
How long ago was
community.
this?
3 weeks.
Oh shit! Fuck, I didn't know that.
And they don't have enough girl bands. They don't have enough gay bands and trans bands. I'm like, we have so many bands with girls in them.
So many diverse bands. So many bands on your roster.
Yeah, and trans and no gay bands. And I said, well, Pansy Division is no good. I'm not going to sign a no good band. But I added up how many gay members we have in bands on the roster, and as long as you don't discriminate, what's the problem?
Yeah.
You can't, it's like trying to put together a black hockey team. You can't just put one together.
Chappelle was laughing back there.
But you can't just try to find a gay band. Why? How about just a good band?
So they were saying you shouldn't be able to show the flag if you didn't represent it correctly, or think it.
Yeah, we sold like 180 shirts. Yeah, we're making a lot of fucking profit. So I wrote a response. And actually, I'm meeting with this professor on Monday.
Really?
Yeah, well, I don't want an enemy.
Yeah.
And I have to explain to them that I'm not the droid you're looking for.
Yeah. You seem to be unfazed by the cancel culture and speaking your mind and just being the same person you've been your whole life, being a punk rock kid and being yourself and speaking about what you believe in.
Well, I mean, can I get canceled again? I mean, I'm pretty canceled.
But you don't really care about being canceled.
Oh, I do. It's
okay.
terrible. And all those death threats we got after Vegas.
I didn't know that. Okay.
That's why we canceled Vegas, because it's just, I don't want 50 angry people anywhere. I just want to play our own shows and our fans will come. But yeah, I've
do you regret doing some things in the past?
Well, sure, everyone does.
Yeah.
I regret, but in Vegas especially, because I didn't start it. Eric Melvin, I would never have brought that up, but he did, and I get all the shit for it. It's always me.
The singer.
Yeah, the singer. And, whatever. But we just played Denver, and in the back of my head is, oh, don't say anything. That's offensive.
Be careful what you say.
Be careful.
Well, you've never been like that your whole life.
And I was sober, and, oh, yeah, that all went out the window. I said some crazy shit that night.
Oh, shit.
Because that's what I do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what people don't understand. They think I'm a band, but I'm actually, we're closer to stand-up comedians, I think, than any other band. Because we don't say the same
all
shit.
All three of you are such a great,
Me and Hefe just fucking go, and Smelly's always in the background. No one can hear him, but he talks to us. He goes, oh, check out that person over there. Like, make fun of them. And he gives us material. And all I'm thinking about when I'm playing a song is, what am I going to say next?
Do you get nervous up there anymore now?
No. Sometimes hometown shows. But like this show in Denver, this is, if someone called me out, I mean, I said some stuff that we said so much worse stuff than Vegas, and I can't stop. It's just you can't stop. This couple, huge dude, they had a little kid in the front, and we're not a child-friendly band. You don't bring your kid to NoFX, especially the front row. I'm like, did you bring your bad parents? This song's called Parents. It's for you, bad parents. You bring. How old is your kid? 6. What's your name, little girl? Olive. And I'm like, oh, so you named her after all the martinis you had before her. And I go, Olive, do you have fetal alcohol syndrome?
Oh my God.
Don't just shake your brain left or right, because and
Chappelle's loving this.
And then I'm like, and between songs, I just keep going back. So Olive, do you know what a chili dog is? That's when a man or woman, no, it has to be a man, shits on a woman's chest and then titty fucks her.
Oh my God.
Did you know that, Olive? So, this isn't...
The parents tripping?
They were laughing.
Okay.
I mean, that's the thing, is everyone's laughing. Is it uncool? It's kind of uncool. I don't think Olive will remember it. Maybe.
No, I don't remember. No.
She's going to remember. Yeah, I scarred her. No, but it was funny.
Yeah. So
isn't that funny?
Yeah, so you...
I don't know. I don't know anymore. But I know that if you say something wrong, then you get canceled.
Yeah.
But I've never said
But
anything.
it seems like you don't give a fuck what people think.
Oh,
it really
but
doesn't bother.
do. No,
Okay,
but I never say anything that's hateful or misogynistic or...
You say funny and shocking things and yeah.
Yeah. But, when Under Oath was on the Warped Tour and I found out the guitar player, I asked him, I hear you don't like gay people. He's like, no, I just don't think that they should be allowed to get married. Yeah, that's what I really heard. I was just... and I'm not comfortable with you being on the Warped Tour with me. So I'm going to talk shit about your band every day. And they ended up quitting the Warped Tour.
Holy shit.
But, I don't want someone who's actually homophobic on my tour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's what's cool about punk rock is we do have a belief system. And even though it's weird now how many people like Trump and everyone's scared now to say anything bad. No, I think this is what it is. If you like Trump, you're a liar and you like lies and you're comfortable with lying to your family and your friends. Mm-hmm. And you're like, finally a president who's giving me the okay to lie. Because he lies constantly and everyone's like, well, he's the president. It's okay. No. And, Obama lied 3 or 4 times, which, it's not cool. But
yeah.
8,000 times is, and you're a fucking piece of trash if you support or ever supported Donald Trump. That's it.
Yeah. And you guys were the first one setting off as not my president, all that stuff back with Bush.
Yeah, but that was okay. We'd get some hate for Bush. This is like, holy shit, there's 500 comments calling me the asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Have
you always been political?
We'll
talk about that.
A lot of political science, in college. But no, NoFX, we didn't do interviews for 8 years.
Okay. Or
put photos on albums, nothing.
8 years.
Yeah, we didn't do anything because when punk got big, because I just wanted to stay out of it. I just want to play and be more...
The punk wave of the early 90s when everything blew up, kind of?
Yeah. So I just didn't do interviews at all. No more.
Wow.
So, and it didn't hurt our career at all.
No.
It makes you kind of more mysterious.
I like that.
More enigmatic. But when Bush became president, that's when I said, fuck, I'm doing interviews. And I started Rock Against Bush.
Yeah.
And we raised $1 million with our comps. And it was so much work because I was doing morning shows. I did Stern and all those shows.
And then play a regular show, yeah.
And I'd play a show and fucking get wasted. And Mike, you got a 6 a.m. radio show. And ugh.
Damn.
And I traveled for a year and a half.
How do you do that? I can't imagine.
I felt it was like my social responsibility.
No, I'm saying as far as like no sleep, partying all day long, keeping your voice.
I'm a professional.
I know you are. Jesus Christ.
No, but yeah, you can't do that for 50 shows in a row,
dude.
Like the old days.
Have you gone sober a bunch of times in your life?
Not sober, but after a tour, I always take a few weeks off.
Chill, yeah.
And this is the longest.
How long? Right now.
Right, but I was in Hawaii with with my daughter and her boyfriend and my girlfriend's daughter and her boyfriend, and everyone's on the beach drinking. I'm like, I'm having some fucking fruity drinks. You know.
So you had some?
That was like 8 months.
Okay.
But but it's like, you know, I'm not who I was like a year ago. I was problematic.
Okay.
You know, I was really depressed about my wife and
Yeah.
my split up and all kinds of shit. And
I'm sure.
just I was depressed. I'd never been depressed before.
Yeah.
So I was using, you know, drugs 2 or 3 times a week and a lot. And when COVID started, I was just confused.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the stress you have because I had no income anymore. None of us do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my brain was just fucking. I didn't remember what I was doing.
Yeah.
Why am I in this room? What did I have to do today? It was just
Yeah, it's because everything you've been doing your whole life that you love playing music all of a sudden just stops. It's crazy, man. It was
and my musical which is
your musical,
the most important thing in my life, which is the biggest heartbreak. You know, we were finally opening last July.
Wow.
In LA, we had a 4-month
I remember
run.
you guys were filming at Connecticut a couple years ago.
Yeah,
Whatever.
we've been just making it better and better and better. And our cast, we had MJ Rodriguez from Pose, you know, the star of Pose.
Mm-hmm.
She was in it, and all these TV stars now.
Wow.
There's people that are in the leading roles on Broadway plays, and we're just ready to fucking go finally.
Damn.
And COVID hit, and you know, and theater's not coming back. It's very slow.
Yeah, very slow.
Because you need to sell out theaters just to survive.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing half capacity, you can't survive doing theater.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just
So what's gonna
that
happen?
really depressed me.
So it's just
it's
on
either
hold?
going to be a series or a movie.
Mm.
We're shopping it as a series right now.
You worked hard on that for so long, man.
Yeah, and then I'd write it into a series, which is now there's nine episodes.
Do you have any fears of like overdosing or dying, or like I need to stop? I know you're doing that. Last year was a rough year, but moving forward, sobriety, how's it look for you? Is it day by day for you?
I'm living a different. I've changed.
Yeah.
My perspective is a lot different now. And I learned that in rehab.
Okay.
Because they were actually like, why are you here? Because I showed up sober. Like, no one shows up sober.
Yeah.
People are.
They do one last, before
They have a big party night. And they did tests on all my organs and stuff. And they're like, you're fine. Mm-hmm. Why are you here? I go, I need a break. And my ex-wife, Erin, paid for half of it.
Wow.
So, and I learned a lot. Like, I went to all the classes and it's all about perspective. And I apologized to a lot of people, even when I didn't mean it. Because
that's part of the process, though. You have to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have that step thing.
Okay.
Because I've never fucked anybody over before.
Okay.
But then I was like, I was being a jerk and pretty arrogant. It's not like, you know, when you're wealthy and in a band, you're not ripping people off. So that's why going to meetings, I hear these stories. I'm like, well, I never did that. I wouldn't do that. You did that? I don't want to hang out with you people.
Yeah.
I did drugs and drank. I didn't fuck people over.
Yeah. Is it very humbling going there?
Oh, I don't know if it's humbling. I learned so much.
Yeah.
Because it was quite a pricey place in Malibu, and they have 3 classes a day.
Okay.
And I was like, oh right, that makes so much sense, and codependency and all this kind of stuff. So I'm happy every day now.
Yeah.
And I'm not even religious. Mm-hmm. I do sound like some kind of religious
No, you don't.
nut, though.
No.
But me and my girlfriend, we wake up like, you know what? Today's going to be another great day. And that's just how I look at it.
Yeah.
Instead of, oh man, who's going to fuck me over today? Which is how so many people look at life.
Yeah.
What do I got to fucking deal with today? And I'm like, ooh, what games can I win today with people?
Yeah.
You know, and how can I win and let everyone else win too? Because that's really playing the game.
Yeah.
That's way harder than people who step on other people to get ahead.
Yeah, you look healthy and fucking, you know what I mean?
I'm stoked.
I mean, you work so hard to get where you're at. Not like you've been through so much with your label. It's NoFX touring since the 80s. Like, you should be able to feel good and enjoy your life too. But you have been obviously partying along the way. But just to feel healthy and like in a good place, you know what I mean? Mentally and physically.
Well, even when I was riding my bike, I was riding like 20 miles a day.
Wow, okay.
So I'm not... that's why, like, when my band had the intervention with me, the third, the first 2 were pretty awesome.
You guys are brothers, man. It's such a family, dude. It may be dysfunctional, I don't know that, but to be get together that long and such different personalities, I think it's amazing.
We've 37 years.
Fucking
no one
amazing.
had a fight,
Dude.
ever.
It's so good.
But when COVID happened, yeah, that's when it started coming in.
Yeah.
Because no one knows what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And
So they had 3 interventions with you. You tried to.
yeah, but the first one totally worked. It's like, Mike, you're falling off stage. What are you doing? Why is everything different? When Brian Baker comes up to me and goes, dude, you got to slow down.
Oh, shit.
Then you got a problem. And I was on tour and I was not eating dinner. I was only drinking martinis. So I'm just drinking straight vodka and taking a Valium before every show. And yeah, I was getting pretty sloppy.
Fuck.
So they said, well, this can't. I go, okay, I'll tell you what. I'll eat dinner. I'm going to have mixed drinks and I'll take a half a Valium. And that fixed the problem. So yeah, problem solved.
And how long did that work for?
10 years.
Okay. So,
I don't fuck up shows.
Yeah.
That's not a problem. You know, but like Denver, it's the first show in a year. And
you're sober.
And I'm sober. And it's no problem. I mean, I play sober shows.
Yeah.
I've done, within the past 4 years, I did 2 summer tours in Europe, totally sober.
Yeah.
I could do it. It's not a problem. That's why when they had this last intervention with me, I'm like, oh, this is the best story.
Go ahead.
I texted.
You appreciate their love, though, right? And concern for you, obviously.
Yeah, it's just they hadn't seen me. They only saw me at our live stream.
Oh, okay.
And I was fucking on fire.
Okay.
You know, coke and booze and ecstasy, and then there were these 3 doms there.
Okay.
And I filmed a fucking porn in my dungeon, and I was going to release it.
Oh my God.
I'm like, yeah, I can release it. I need money. Fuck it. And everyone's like, Mike's going insane.
Oh shit.
But
are you happy to release it?
huh?
Are you happy to release it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude.
And and I was on the receiving end, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
So yeah, you really don't want to receive that.
Wow.
If you know what I mean. It's pretty obvious
I'm
what I
not
said.
sure I consider honesty and say I might not have checked it out. Just to see.
No, I would have probably made money.
Yeah.
But you know what? Bad idea. So
I'm so happy.
So people were
that.
like, Mike's having problems. You got to, so they decided to have an intervention because I had one night when I was getting fucking weird. I mean, yeah, I do that, whatever.
Yeah.
I do what I do, but
Yeah.
they weren't around me. It wasn't like I was fucking anything up. I wasn't fucking anything up.
You're
That live
in your
stream, we were
house.
great.
Mhm.
Yeah. So on Monday, I texted everyone. I go, hey, we're getting this money for this company. Do you think we should go for it? It's a lot of money. No one answered me. Nobody responded. And Hefe always fucking answers if it's about money.
Respect.
And we had a band meeting on Wednesday. And no one answered me on Tuesday. So Tuesday night I go, all right, I'll see you guys at the intervention tomorrow.
Wow.
And no response. And they all showed up at noon. And I go, oh, I thought it'd be later. And Eric's like, who fucking told you about the intervention? I go, no. I
just knew it, dude.
I just knew it because they didn't respond. Oh, intervention time.
Fuck.
And they come in. They're like, yeah, I go, hold on. Eric's like, what are you doing? I'm going to do a line, do a shot before this. Yeah. So.
You should get taken away somewhere, you mean?
Before I hear this bullshit from you guys.
Oh, my God.
So, like, we want you to go to this place, and they brought some AA guy, and the bullshit he's telling me, I'm like, you guys don't even know what I do. Ask my roommates. Like, or someone I hang out with, how I'm doing. Because I'm going through stress and I'm going through depression.
Yeah.
It's not an alcohol drug thing.
Yeah.
A substance thing. But they were right. I needed to go to rehab.
Yeah.
So I went to rehab anyway, but I picked it.
But still, I mean, that's some real brotherhood there. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, such a long journey together.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
And they love you
it's my
unconditionally.
family. We're family.
I know, man. It's incredible. It says a lot about just everybody in the band and you, all of you guys together.
They may love me unconditionally, but they like me conditionally.
They like you?
Conditionally.
Yeah, conditionally.
under a lot of conditions, they're like,
Yeah.
yeah, that Mike. Don't like.
Do you enjoy you enjoy sober Mike or party Mike?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty consistent. People don't really know when I drink or do drugs because I'm not a bad drunk,
Yeah.
and I'm I don't think I go overboard. Like I've never been scared of ODing or anything.
Okay.
Don't mix drugs. I had a painkiller problem a long time ago, and I stopped doing them.
Yeah. Do you get nervous in your 50s to still do that kind of stuff? Like your heart, just anything in general?
No, I mean, well, I'm not now, but I told the band I'd take a year off, and that's my plan. But it's different. I'm a different person.
Yeah.
I was using drugs when I was depressed because I was depressed. Yeah. Not for fun. That's a bad place to be.
Are you a spiritual guy?
What does that mean, Toby?
I don't know. Do you do yoga and like fucking...
is yoga spiritual?
I don't know. Like, do you connect with the sun? Are you like all like in the nature?
Are you spiritual? Because you don't know what it means. So
I mean, not spirit. I don't want to say spiritual.
I know
what am I trying to say, Chappelle?
Like, people have these things that help
I don't want
you
to
stay
say
grounded. What is yours?
Oh.
Something keeps you connected to your... I don't know, because I go hiking, I go outside. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I do.
I'm sorry, guys. I messed up.
My girlfriend is... she's a yoga instructor.
Sick.
Tree hugger, and she actually deals with energy.
Okay.
She's psychic, but more energy.
Okay.
Like when she's with me and we're around people, she gets a read on everybody. She's like,
wow,
no, and she's fucking always right.
Damn.
She knows people's intentions, and she used to tell me all this shit. I go, those are like my best friends. She's like, all right, you'll see.
Wow.
And then it happened.
Holy shit.
Like, oh my God, they totally fucked me over.
Wow.
And now I'm listening to my intuition, and I'm very intuitive.
Yeah.
And when I get a bad feeling now, I actually don't do that. I'm like, I stay away from it.
Wow.
And
it's fucking
so
awesome.
I would say I'm spiritual. And how we met, me and my girlfriend, this sounds kind of totally dorky, but like love, that's the only thing I really believe in.
Awesome.
Is love. Like that Interstellar movie, like love is a force.
Yeah.
And because she lived in Portland, I lived in L.A.
Yeah.
And she's an American Indian, hippie chick. How the fuck are we going to meet?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And we did through a friend said, you guys should do an online session. She'll like help you meditate.
Wow.
And then we fell in love, after. And it's so fun being with someone who's not punk and not into BDSM. Well, she is now. But... Of course,
from a different, I mean, that's fucking awesome.
So much to learn from each other. Where I've always dated punk chicks. It's like, hey, you like that SOA 7-inch? Yeah, I like that one. All right,
you're good.
That's a pretty cool hairstyle, huh? Yeah. You're not learning a lot. You're sharing a lot.
Your first normal girl, like not from the scene.
Oh, she ain't normal.
Well, not from the scene, not from our world.
Yeah.
That's incredible, man.
But making fun of tree huggers, and she's like. I hug trees sometimes. So I'm like, oh my God, what the hell is this going to work?
That's how long you guys been together for?
I don't know, 6-8 months.
Sick.
But we're like in it. It's like, it's wow.
Yeah. So
she tied me to a tree, once to,
Oh shit.
Yeah, you don't like tree huggers? Who's hugging the tree now, fool?
Oh my God. You've been into that style forever, your whole life. S&M Airlines. I mean, shit. I mean, you've been into that a long time.
But I didn't talk about it. I was really ashamed.
You were ashamed of it?
Really ashamed, yeah.
And when did you start talking about the world knows?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I started publicly cross-dressing it when I was 45.
Okay.
But that was the best. I was in Luxembourg playing a show.
Okay.
Before the show, I had a like pink dress on in my hotel room, and Soma, my fiance at the time, said, "Why don't you just wear that?" I go, "To dinner?" She's like, "Yeah, come on." And I wore it to dinner. I was like, "Oh, this is crazy!" Like, people are looking at me. This is like the '80s being punk.
Yeah.
And I went to the show, and a couple guys in Lagwagon like, "What the fuck, dude?" And Joey said, "I think you look cool." But it was so scary for me.
Wow.
And now it's like second nature.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
But it was so huge for me. And then I had to go to Heathrow the next day, and I just went through Heathrow in a dress, and that was fucking a trip too.
Holy shit. Were you like that as a kid too, wearing stuff like that? Or?
Yeah, I mean,
okay,
but secretly.
Yeah,
pretty much everything I've ever fantasized about, I've done now.
You've lived it.
That's a good place to be.
That's pretty crazy. You pretty much live your life to the fullest, man. It's crazy. And then having the label too. You still part of Fat Records?
Oh yeah, I mean, I still produce bands and sign bands and take bands on tour. I'm not there like maybe I'll be in a meeting once every 2 weeks for an hour.
Yeah. And that label
It runs itself.
Yeah, it's been on since
And
1990.
Aaron runs it.
Okay.
And Aaron does a great job. And, you know, our employees are like, they've all been there forever.
Yeah. Since 1990, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, man. And that label blew up. Like,
Kinda.
I mean, during the
in
whole
the 90s.
wave,
In the
yeah,
90s.
man, crazy.
Yeah, you could put out, any record would sell 60,000 copies. And like No Use for Name, all the records did 250,000 copies. Wow. And we didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like we didn't market.
Yeah.
Just fat comps and
Fat
well, I
comps
think
are
our
sick.
bands are really good.
Yeah.
And not hype.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Anti-Flag against, just to name some, of Veil, fucking Dillinger 4, Descendants, Face to Face, Good Riddance, Less Than Jake, fucking Noise for a Name, Painted Black, Propaganda, Rancid, Rise Against, Strike Anywhere, Sick of It All, Swinging Utters, Strung Out, fucking Suicide. So many fucking
Good bands.
Great bands, dude. The Ataris, Against Me.
NoFX.
NoFX, of course.
Gimmies.
Bomb Pops, of Veil, Anti-Flag, The Gimmies. Fucking
And now, like,
Lagwagon,
we have this cool
Loud
thing now
Ones.
with Bad Cop and Bomb Pops and Last
Yeah.
Gang and Days and Days, like all these female-led bands, and they're killing it.
Yeah.
You know,
Bomb Pops kill it too.
And those are all records that I produced.
Okay.
Because I really wanted to see, you know, a movement with girl bands.
Yeah.
You know, like Riot Girl bands, but they're playing punk.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, Riot Girl bands were kind of alternative music mostly.
Did you love that stuff too, the Riot Girl stuff?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I like some of it.
Yeah, yeah,
7
yeah.
Year Bitch and
Oh, yeah.
Lunatics, but the more punky stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I really wanted to support this, so I produced every record. I was like hands on.
It's cool.
And all those bands are telling me we're selling out clubs for the first time ever, and it's like, oh, what a great feeling.
It's fucking awesome.
You know, Stacey D, she's like, this is selling out clubs in advance.
Sick.
That's a huge milestone in your career.
Yeah. It's
And
fucking awesome.
I'm so happy for them.
But Fat Records was a big thing that kind of changed your life in a sense. Obviously, you made money touring with NoFX. And you guys are a really big band and still have a longevity career band. But the label was really a different level for you, I think.
Yeah. Well, it's a whole different thing. It took up so much of my time.
Yeah.
And it was so rewarding to help bands and see them grow and buy houses and have careers.
Yeah.
You know, and we only did one record deals with almost everybody.
It's amazing.
And
man.
a lot of bands that never signed to anything with us still.
Wow.
Just
That says a lot. Yeah.
and then, and some bands, no one left for a long time, but then, you know, Anti-Flag and Rise Against and Less Than Jake, quite a few bands, Face to Face,
Yeah.
they left, and all of them, not all of them are coming back.
Yeah.
But, you know, most of them are come back, which
Yeah.
is like, our doors are always open for you guys.
It's awesome.
That's why it's one record deals. You want to go to major, go to major.
Try it out.
And we because we do stuff like, you know, cross collateralization. You know
Yep.
what that is?
Yep.
You have one big record and a couple little ones.
Yeah.
And you don't make money off the big one because they recoup from.
Yeah.
We don't do that. We just don't cross collateralize.
That's amazing, man.
So bands can make money off half the records and half of them they don't.
Yeah.
But they can still make money.
Yeah.
Shit like that. And we don't charge back for marketing. You know, we just cover the costs. And
It's amazing, man.
there's a lot of things people don't know, but that's why we've been successful. But also, you know, we've never had a gold record. We can't pretty much because I don't want to spend the money on marketing and radio and all that stuff. I was going to with Against Me,
Okay.
and they ended up leaving.
Oh, shit.
But I'm like, I gave them a really big advance, and like, well, we're gonna go to major. I'm like, rats, because you guys, I think, can have like an Op Ivy career, like really underground, and people love, you know, those records.
Yeah, man.
And they went to major, and it didn't really pay off. They got bigger,
Yeah.
but I think they would have done really well on Fat. But
Yeah.
but then, you know, I'm still friends with every band.
Yeah, of course.
And, you know, and Laura Jane asked me to play bass on their last record. Yeah, we come
Awesome.
by and play bass on a few songs. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah.
It's cool.
And, you know, we're all still friends.
Yeah.
Which is, it's important.
Yeah.
You know, like Sick of It All. They did a couple records with us, and,
Yeah,
and
man.
we're still great friends.
Playing shows together, yeah. That's because you come from the music too, and you've been touring since the '80s, and you are in the band. You're part of the scene. That's what makes it. I think it's
What
makes it special.
I think you kind of need to. No, you don't need to, But if you're gonna have a lot of people start labels, but they don't know that feeling. They don't know what it's like to be in a band. And that's helped me so many times.
I'm
Like
sure.
people at Fat, like, we're not going to do that. No, we got to tell the band. I go, no. If Epitaph told me that, and Epitaph did, like, this is a single. They told me that on one of the records.
Wow.
And I'm like, no, it's not. And this was Andy. Andy. And I'm like, I'm going to tell Brett. No, but like, Brett is in a
Brett's
band.
your friend, yeah, he knows.
And you can't tell bands certain things.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't tell bands certain things.
Yeah.
You know, hey, you guys are the boss. You have the final say on everything. I will suggest things, but
Yeah,
they're
my
just
opinion.
suggestions.
Yeah. NoFX had success as far as like radio and video play too at some point on those records, right?
Well, we never made a video for MTV.
I was just video in general, but somebody picked it up, didn't they, for a second?
No.
or something? Okay.
No, but you know, YouTube now. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
we started making videos just to make them because it was cool.
Yeah.
But when punk rock broke, it was just weird.
Well, people coming after you trying to.
Well, yeah, a bunch of majors, and
Yeah.
I had dinner with one major, and they made me feel so bad. Like, if you want to be second fiddle to the Offspring and Rancid for your whole career on Epitaph, and I was like, "Ooh, that hurts." Yeah. and so I went to Fat Records.
Yeah.
And that's what labels do. They kind of like push you against other people and other
Yeah.
bands, and no, you're better, and I didn't want anything to do with it.
I know.
So I just
Like, I feel like NoFX was part of that whole. Even if you guys weren't on MTV, but you guys killing it.
we're killing it just because we killed it.
I know.
But it wasn't.
You were already killing it, but just.
I mean,
yeah,
like we never did a K-Rock radio,
No.
Weenie Roast, or
No.
anything like that.
Yeah.
Because they weren't playing us.
Yeah.
We get played occasionally, but that's fine. That's why some bands like Pennywise are huge in LA because K-Rock backed them so hard, and we never had that.
You guys never cared about that shit. Just playing.
Well, it's just it was. I don't like bosses.
Yeah. You're your own boss. Yeah.
And you're like, we put out a new record. Oh, you touring your record? No, I don't. No. We tour when it feels like we want to tour,
Yeah.
and our tours are generally 12 shows. That's it.
That's it.
Mhm.
Wow.
And then like 2 months off.
And then whose idea was the TV show, the backstage pass thing for Fuse? Was that something you put together? Was your idea?
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah.
Well, we played Iceland, and it was just we lost a bunch of money. We thought people would be there.
I remember that. Yeah.
And it was just the funnest night. It was our Independence Day. Everyone was up all night.
Yeah.
You know, they went independent from Denmark. Huge war. No, they just said we're going independent now. And Denmark said fine, but but they celebrated.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, and it was just like, man, if we filmed us going to places where we're not going to make money, we could recoup later with a DVD.
That's fucking smart.
And then we just brought 2 people on the road with us for a couple years, and we're like, this is crazy. This is better than a DVD.
Yeah.
And then we actually shopped the footage, so it wasn't produced.
Okay.
Like, and Fuse bought it, spent like close to $1 million putting it together.
Wow, man.
And then, all right, let's do season 2. Well, we can't just do season 2. Well, yeah, we'll put you on the road. This time we'll have a producer, and they'll make stuff happen. Just watch all the things they make happen. We're
Drama unfolds.
yeah, no. We're not. That's why this is cool because
Yeah.
this stuff happened.
Yeah.
And there's so many countries where nothing happened. Like you don't see us in the Philippines because that show sucked, and and nothing dramatic happened.
Yeah.
Just bad food and lots of bomb squads.
Oh, well, I thought that was awesome. They did that Fuse. That was cool.
Yeah. And then the next one, season 2, we just did ourselves, and it took years to film.
Yeah.
But it's funner that way.
What do you think you credit to your longevity and the fan base, and you guys still killing it? Like, I feel like nothing's changed for you guys.
Well, I mean, good punk bands have longevity.
Yeah.
The difference with us is, I think live we're pretty funny.
Yeah.
And I think our records are still really good.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're still relevant. Like I was so stoked. Our last record, single album, got the best reviews we've ever got.
Wow.
And that's for your 15th record or something.
It's crazy.
It doesn't really happen.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I live for. Is, I mean, right now I have 37 new songs. That's what I did during COVID.
You
I,
never stop writing.
I just write, and I'm writing for other people too now.
Yeah, but always
under a
inspired.
different name. Nobody wants to work with Fat Mike.
Ghost Rider. We can't give out your secret name then. So you're always inspired. You keep writing, never stop.
Yeah, that COVID has been really not fun for me.
Not fun.
But I'm like, okay, I'm home. What am I I can't tour. What am I gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna write songs. I have an idea. I'm gonna open up a punk rock museum in Vegas.
Yeah, I'm excited about this.
And I'm just doing things that I can do now.
Yeah.
So I'm still just as busy because I drive myself
Just
crazy.
creative in different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Punk Rock Museum. Thank you so much. You gave my band some shares to the museum. I'm excited. It's in Vegas, right?
Yeah, it takes a long time to give away shares
Thank you, man.
because I have to.
Appreciate
I want it to be personal.
it. Yeah, no, I know.
And yeah, you guys got shares before Fat Records bands did.
Thank you, man. And this is in Vegas, correct?
In fact, don't tell Fat Records bands about it because
if they're listening,
they might not get any.
okay. And this and this is going to be in Vegas. This is exciting.
Yeah, we have the building. I hired Fletcher to be my.
He's grinding on it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on it, man. Yeah.
And because I don't want to make calls, like we're giving
You call me, yeah.
giving shares to bands that really can't afford to invest.
Yeah.
But the bands who can't afford it, oh yeah, you got to buy in.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it's
yeah.
because it's I want everyone to be part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And because once you get someone in, they get excited about it.
Yeah.
And everyone's gonna make money on it. And there's a 501. There's a charity.
Yeah.
Where older punk rockers are gonna get money. And
Sick.
I think it's just gonna be a place that we all love.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be our mecca. You know.
Yeah. And when you hoping to have that open?
At the end of the year, we were thinking punk rock bowling, but
Yeah.
everything's slow because of COVID.
But you're getting so many cool things.
Oh my God, we're getting so many cool things. I mean, and some weird things. Like we got Henry Rollins' T-shirt that he took off his body and threw into the crowd at his first Black Flag show.
Wow.
Why is this interesting? Because
who had
his
that?
name is sewn in the back by his mom.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
dude.
Like
That shit is amazing.
we got Darby's record collection. We have Darby's Social Security card. We have Sid's belt, Sid's boots, Sid's pins.
Holy shit.
And crazy stuff like Tesco V's dildo used to sing on stage with from the Meatmen.
Wow.
We have handwritten Necros lyrics. We have Jerry A's spiked bracelets from the cover of Kings of Punk. You know,
Damn.
just like
Any G.G. Allen shit? No pun intended, but anything from G.G. Allen? Probably not.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But everyone is giving us the coolest shit.
Yeah.
What's your name from the gay advert from the adverts?
Okay.
Right? She has the original baseball bat that was given out for the Ramones.
Damn.
You know,
John
like
the
that
Brat.
promo. You know, and a collar that Iggy gave to her.
Damn.
You know, it's like
That's pretty amazing,
and
man.
tons of hardcore shit.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of hardcore from the 80s stuff.
Okay.
And you know, and we want everything. It's like
Yeah.
like handwritten Necros lyrics, shit like
That's
that is
fucking amazing.
fucking
Yeah.
cool.
I could have some New York peeps too get some stuff for them too. It'd be awesome. Could we get
Yeah, I
some
hear
nice
Roger
front
has some.
boots?
Roger
Yeah.
has killer shit.
He's got a lot of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I call up Jerry Only, and he's like, "Oh, I was going to put some of this in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but fuck that. Yeah, this is going here."
Sick.
And he's building his own Misfits display.
I could see that.
You know, it's
He's
like,
incredible, man.
oh, what a cool guy.
So cool.
And this is just bringing so much joy to my life, and it is going to bring to others because we need this.
Yeah. There's nothing. It's just the Ramones one in Berlin. I go to every time I go. I do the same walkthrough. It's awesome, but in America, it'd be so fucking.
And the shit we have is just unbelievable.
So everybody's coming forward. Oh, I got this. I got that.
Yeah, and there's going to be probably like 10,000 flyers up, and we want flyers from every little podunk town. We want some band that only played 3 shows in the 80s to be I'm in the Punk Rock Museum.
Yeah.
There's no getting inducted.
Yeah.
It's like if you're a punk band, you're in.
Yeah. Is the place pretty big too?
12,000 square feet.
Wow, man. That's incredible, man.
And a lot of, and we make it so there's like a maze, so there's more and more walls, lots of walls. Oh, this is the coolest part. Well, no, the whole fucking thing is cool. But there's a room upstairs, the guitar room. I mean, there's cool guitars.
Yeah.
We have fucking Johnny Thunder's 59. We have
Damn.
all kinds of amazing guitars. But the guitar room, there's amps, and you can play my bass through my amp. You can play Fletcher's guitar through his amp. You can play Pete from Sick of It All's guitar through his amp.
Wow. Just their sound, yeah.
Yeah.
Brian Baker would be sick too.
Yeah, and we're gonna put a cable, lock the guitar, but you can play it.
Their
And
sound.
What if someone drops it? Well, then we'll fix it. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
We're punk band. I mean,
Yeah.
like seeing signed guitars at House of Blues, or I don't care about a fucking signed guitar.
Yeah, no.
Someone guitar BB King played.
Yeah.
It's fine, but I want to play it.
Yeah. That's fucking sick. That's so cool. And some Sid Vicious shit you said too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny Rotten.
We have
Some
the
strummers.
Sid and Nancy wedding chapel.
What?
Yeah. You get married.
Wow.
And our tour guides, they're people.
Yeah.
Like Casey Royer. You can
Okay.
get, he's going to come out for a few days. You want a tour with Casey Royer? Yeah, you pay
Cool.
extra. But yeah, I want to hear Casey's stories.
Yeah.
And we're just
Are you
signing.
doing different sections? Like New York scene? Is it different sections?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Different cities. Everything. Everyone's included. And new bands too.
Yeah.
It's not just 70s, 80s,
Yeah.
90s. There will be like maybe a yellow card sticker. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. You can have like art exhibits there. People come through, read their books. You can have so much cool things happening.
Yeah, do book readings there. There's all kinds of cool shit. And Lisa Brownlee, like our board of advisors is Kevin Lyman, Brett Gurewitz,
Dude.
Stormy Shepard,
Right.
Pat Smear.
Jesus.
It's
Could be some shit from Grohl too. Be sick from some Scream, something from his old band. That'd be so cool.
yeah.
I'm gonna start
Dave,
hitting people up,
he
yeah.
didn't return my emails.
I'll connect you with Steve Martin. Remember Steve Martin from Agnostic Front as his manager. Off air.
I'm close with Gus.
Okay. Oh, yeah,
Gus
yeah.
invested,
Oh, sick. Awesome.
and Pat Smear he invested big. He's like, fuck yeah.
So cool to hear that shit, man.
I called him up the other day and said, when he got inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right? I go, oh, must be pretty nice to be the second Germs member to be inducted.
Wow.
Because Belinda Carlisle. He's like, yeah, I know.
Wow. That's so cool. People like that in a different world, but they're still connected to the. I love that, man.
Pat Smear's so cool.
Yeah.
Me and him and Fletcher went to a collector's place. This guy who did, the books Fucked Up and Photocopied?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian Turco. And he brought out all of Darby's stuff, like his keychain,
Wow.
his social security card. And Pat Smear's like, what the fuck?
Damn.
Yeah, really, it's...
You have something you're gonna give in there besides playing your instrument, your bass. You have other stuff too. You want to?
Oh, yeah, I've
All right,
put
cool,
stuff.
cool. Yeah, it's gonna be
A
so.
lot of there's a whole wall of leather jackets that they're there. They're not behind glass, so you can smell them.
Damn.
From all kinds of English bands.
How about a
and
piece of CB's, man? That'd be fucking sick.
we're working on it.
Okay. That's gonna have a smell to it too. Yeah.
Well, we're working on getting the awning. There's been a few. but
Yeah.
there's one particular one that's that we really want.
Are you a fan of like the New York hardcore stuff too, growing up? Because
Me?
I know you
Oh,
toured.
fuck yeah.
I know you toured out there a bunch. And
No,
shit. You were coming out there.
my
early.
favorite 7-inch Antidote.
Sick.
CFA. We played with
for a long
Adrenaline OD.
Yeah.
Very like our second show.
Awesome.
But yeah, I mean, and I have Agnostic Front, United Blood. I have the 7-inch. I paid
Wow.
$2.99. $2.99 for.
Fuck.
Oh no,
Cool.
that was.
Yeah.
I mean, we were. NoFX is a hardcore band. We
I
always
know,
have
you guys
been.
were- yeah.
We're just melodic.
Yeah.
But when people say we're pop punk, like, what are you talking about? We're a hardcore
I
band.
got called pop punk many times. Yeah, because we have melody. Yeah. For sure. But you guys are always on the East Coast. I remember, man. It's fucking crazy.
Well, but we were a hardcore band.
Yeah.
And when hardcore went metal, we're like, why are they taking our name? Because hardcore, you know how it started? The name?
Tell me.
DOA.
DOA.
They put out Hardcore 81. That was the first time
Did you know that, Chappelle?
anyone used that name.
I heard different things, but that's cool. Yeah.
And because no one called Black Flag hardcore, but
No.
now we look at it hard, and no one called Minor Threat hardcore.
True.
We say it now because DOA put out Hardcore 81.
Mm.
Yeah, I was so pissed when that fucking book came out called American Hardcore. Yeah, American Hardcore.
We were talking about that the other day.
Like, hello, how come we're not in that? How come Bad Religion is? And I finally tracked down the guy. I go, how come NoFX isn't in this book, dude? Well, it's for punk bands with releases in the 80s, in the I go, oh, well, we had one in 85 and 86 on Mystic Records. And you have, other band like Ill Repute and stuff. Like, why not us?
Yeah.
He didn't put us in because we're the band that got really big. And you can't leave Bad Religion out. But people don't remember that we started in 83.
Yeah.
And, we got our name from Negative Effects. The FUs used to stay at my house.
Wow.
This is a good one.
Tell me.
I took Reagan Youth to master their album.
Love Reagan Youth.
In 84.
Wow.
And they mastered it in mono.
Okay.
That record is mastered in mono. The 8-song one, not the 11-song one.
Okay.
The original. Mm-hmm. And the guy's like, mono? What? Well, we have people who have broken speakers. We want it to sound good everywhere.
Wow. That's fucking sick.
That was Reagan Youth. Yeah.
Were you a big Minor
Before they were dead.
Yeah. You a big Minor Threat fan? Because you guys covered Straight Edge. I love that cover.
Sure.
Love that cover.
Who isn't a Minor Threat fan?
Yeah.
Greatest hardcore band of all time, besides Bad Brains.
But
You could say that in either.
They're
interchangeable.
Would that be your top, huh? For hardcore bands, in your top, if you had a top? Top 5?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Unbeatable.
Did you see Minor Threat back then? Did you get to see them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
I saw Minor Threat once.
Fuck.
Saw SSD twice, and they only played 2 shows in LA.
Wow. And probably the Bad Brains early on, too.
Yeah. Only once.
Only once?
But, seeing Minor Threat was cool. But seeing the Misfits 3 times, that was...
Back then?
Yeah.
Wow.
I saw them in Compton once. So sketchy.
Holy shit.
Yeah. It was Circle One, Dr. No.
Yeah, shows in Cali were crazy.
If someone has photos for that show, because I was in the front row, come on.
Damn.
That'd be so cool. Because that was 82.
Holy shit. Did your well, before your parents were gone, did they come check out your bands? Ever see you perform live?
Yeah, sure.
They were backing it?
Yeah, when we got good.
Yeah. But you're not doing the college thing. Maybe they had expectations for what they thought you could do, but then you start a label and you're fucking...
Oh, yeah, you know how parents are. Like, what is this punk rock bullshit?
Yeah.
My mom didn't like it at all. And, she had to get me out of jail more than once.
Wow. Holy shit.
Well, yeah, we used to get arrested a lot.
Yeah. You're a wild kid.
Well, not really. I didn't do drugs.
Yeah, I know you didn't.
But like once I was in an alley, I never got to see Personality Crisis. They were playing at the Cathay, and we were in the alley drinking. And this guy, fucking Bob Bonehead, cops came from every direction, and he fucking threw his heroin in front of me. And I'm like,
shit.
Cop's like, oh, who's this?
Wow.
I'm like, not mine. Well, it's in front of you, isn't it? And I'm not going to say, it was him.
Yeah.
Can't say that.
I'd be scared of Bob Bonehead.
Oh, no. Him and his dad went to prison for bank robbery. So no worries.
Shit.
You don't have to worry about him anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm like, heroin? I don't do heroin.
Holy
I'm
shit.
16.
Fucking, that's crazy. So that was your first time you got locked up?
Yeah, but I got out.
Yeah. Your parents were tripping?
I don't know. My mom threw her purse at me.
There goes She was definitely bummed. Is there any one...
When I was in New York jail, that was I go, Mom, you could have gone to a 24-hour bail bondsman. You know.
New York...
So I'm like, yeah, they put me in Gen Pop. I'm like, this sucks.
Holy shit.
Because I was, 19?
Yeah.
I got in a card game, though.
Oh, you did there?
Well, yeah. They cheated, and I still beat them.
Are you self-taught? Because you play, piano, keyboards, guitar, bass. Is that all self-taught? You took lessons ever?
I don't play piano. I just...
Okay.
I'll write a part.
Okay, yeah. Like a harmony or something, yeah. Damn, man, it's crazy.
Do you play an instrument, Toby?
No, man. I wish I fucking did.
You don't play an instrument. How long have you been in the band?
26 years.
This is terrifying.
I can play drums a little bit, but I'm not that. I'm like, no, man, I don't know why, dude. I don't.
See, because, when you write your own songs, that's when you really tear up the melodies. You're handed stuff. Like your band must give you something and you go, okay, I'll sing over it. But you can't change it.
Yeah.
Because there it is. This is the riff.
That's true.
You're painted in a corner, Toby.
It's true. That's true, man. These guys are fucking me.
Well, the bigger punk bands, Rancid, Bad Religion, us. The singers write the songs.
Yeah. It's true.
But,
write lyrics, but I still write riffs. They give me melodies and stuff like that. But
yeah. It's just, it's a way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, easier,
Yeah.
it's not that hard to play guitar, Toby.
I think it's not too late to try too. I could always try, right?
You could try. Or bass. One string.
Yeah, bass is sick. My wife plays bass. Moon plays bass. Yeah, she fucking pretty sick. Is there one note?
So your wife's a better musician than you are.
Facts.
And you're in a band.
It's true. Do you have one favorite NoFX album?
Maybe Self-Entitled or
Okay.
Wolves in Wolves Clothing. So Long Thanks for All the Shoes is definitely.
Yeah.
Those are my top 3.
There's so many. You guys made so many records. I'm jealous. We've been together 26 years. We have 6 albums, bro. We're so fucking lazy, dude. I can't even play an instrument. Our last
Maybe there's a connection. Because instead of sitting around all day going to the gym, you could be playing guitar, writing songs.
I know the last.
You have to wait for them.
I know. The last.
I like that. I know.
The last 3 records are 7 years apart. But the fuck, dude. H2O was so fucking lazy, hard to organize. Like I'm just looking at.
We're lazy too, dude.
Yeah, but I look at all your records and I'm like, holy shit, you guys are so busy, man.
Well, yeah. Also because when you own the label, it's where the fucking money is.
No, it's true.
It used to be anyway, not anymore.
And you guys sold over 8 million records, man, according to the interweb.
Yeah, it's not
independently,
true.
dude.
No, it's 6. It's 6.
Oh,
I don't know where.
Still, bro, that's fucking insane.
It's 6 million. Okay.
That's pretty sick for independent punk rock, though. Your own fucking rules, everything, dude. It's a lot to be proud of, dude.
Oh, I'm proud of my band.
Yeah.
They are the laziest people ever. I mean, I have 37 songs, and Smelly, he comes up like every 2 weeks, and Tuesday he said, I just want to do this one. We're setting up your drums and getting sounds, and you're playing one song. And I got him to play a second one, but he wasn't. He was there 90 minutes.
Damn.
I got to beat traffic, dude. Jeez.
Oh, he's in Long Beach, yeah.
Yeah, and Hefe lives right near me. Oh, he's hysterical. He, can you come by and play some guitars? I'm moving. Oh. You're moving.
To where?
What? Another place in the
Yeah.
valley. But I'm like, okay, well, how about next week? He's like, no, I'll still be moving. What do you mean? Well, he moved by himself.
Oh, shit.
Like himself.
Oh,
he
man.
didn't even hire his own people for cheap,
Oh, my God.
Unbelievable. Who would move by themselves?
Damn, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, it took him 3 weeks.
Damn. He looks good, too. He's fucking lost weight, too.
Yeah, well, he was on that show, that TV show.
What show?
He's an actor now.
Holy shit, for real? What show was he on? Mayans?
Yeah, Mayans.
Oh, shit, I heard he was on there. I gotta see
He's
that.
a Mayan.
Holy shit.
What's his name?
Dude,
It's
that's so cool,
it's like
man.
Slappy or Stumpy. I don't know.
I know, I gotta see it. One of you guys' influences, you guys' name was Dead Milkman. I thought that's amazing. That's an incredible, underrated band.
Yeah, I completely disagree. And they never influenced us. We played a show with them
All
once.
right, what it was on? It was on. Okay. They have good melodies, though, man. Punk
yeah.
rock girl down. That reminds me.
Okay, yes, that's the only song
I
anyone
guess,
can ever say about them.
I guess you're right.
Punk rock girl. Oh yeah, I know. Oh, you're at one good song. Wow.
Shit, I'm sorry, Dead Milkman.
Congratulations.
It's so catchy, though.
Listen to some of the other songs.
Really?
Yeah. No, I mean, and then you'll see.
I know.
They're not good.
Do you consider yourself an optimist or pessimist?
I'm an experienced optimist. I'm a pessimist.
Okay. Interesting response.
Well, I mean, that's.
Some people say realist.
I'm pragmatist.
Okay.
But no, I like
You seem like
when I do business things, I look at everything negative that can happen. That's why I think I do good business. Like the Punk in Drublic tour.
Yeah.
Cameron thought up all these reasons. Like what's wrong with the Warped Tour? What would be better? Oh, I know. No kids. If we don't let people under 21 in, no kids. Mm-hmm. Everyone can drink wherever they go. And the bar kills it.
Yeah.
People drink beer all day, and we give free beer. Wouldn't free beer be good? Yes. Let's do 2 hours of free beer tasting. What's wrong with that? And then let's do 5 really good bands instead of 80 bands.
And 20 stages,
Yeah, one stage. We play nice music between the bands. Let's only do it on weekends.
Yeah.
Not because kids, we don't care about kids, and people have to go to work. And it's so fun. Mm-hmm. And it was really successful, for a while.
Yeah.
We're doing them again.
Yeah. But you do like all ages shows.
Why?
This is fun. The young kids come to get to see you
Why?
because it's a new.
I am 54.
But it's a new generation of kids who love your band.
Well, that's fine, but they don't so much. It's
Okay.
We found that out is that 90% of our fans are
Older.
yeah. So
Or they have kids who want to bring and say, "Yo, this is my favorite band growing up in NoFX. I'm bringing my son to see you tonight." That's kind of cool. No?
I guess.
Okay.
I don't really care. All I know is that when I would go to Warped Tour, I would not go and be in the crowd.
Yeah.
Because you feel weird. You feel like a creep.
You
You
like
got to stand in the back, and then they corral you at the beer garden. You have to be in the beer garden to drink your beer. It's like, what? This music's for me.
Yeah.
This is my music.
Yeah.
And that's why Punk and Drublic has been really fucking cool.
Yeah. Do you remember the last time you went to a show, you were in the crowd watching and feeling excited? It's been a long time since you've been to.
No. Well.
Obviously, pandemic.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I saw you guys and
those couple of years. That was fun. Yeah.
what's that other band?
San Francisco.
Come Back Kid.
Yeah, that was
In
fun.
Berkeley. Yeah, I was in the crowd.
That's where he came to our show. That was awesome. Yeah, San Francisco.
I get away with that
Yeah.
because I saw Sick of It All last time they played the Roxy
Oh, yeah.
with Murphy's Law.
Great show.
Yeah, I'm always in the crowd.
Yeah, you always go to shows. You still love going to see music and stuff.
Well, yeah,
Be
I
friends.
just don't like that many bands, but
Yeah.
I'm going to see Sick of It All,
Of course.
especially at a cool club,
Yeah. And now you're working with bands too. Before the podcast started, you played us a band called Codefendant, which is, it's hard to explain their sound, but it's really original.
Yeah,
It's a good vibe,
It's
man.
one of my favorite things I ever worked on.
Yeah. And that's something that's
We're doing a 7-inch
Okay.
on Fat. It's
Okay, it's gonna be a Fat first.
Split, Get Dead, at Codefendant,
Yeah.
and
It's cool. It's a cool vibe. It's the voices, both the singers, and then the hip hop vibe, the rhyming, and the music. Yeah.
this is turning into 2 podcasts. I think. Do you do doubles?
No, it could be.
I need something to eat.
I know you eat food.
Oh, here's my nuts.
Eat your nut. And then also working with hip hop
These
artists.
are not nuts, dude.
What is it?
Probiotic fruit and yogurt trail mix.
Is that what it is?
There's no nuts in here.
Are you serious?
You-
That's my wife's, man. I don't know.
What do you eat? It's all you have here is sugar.
That's my kid shit. I don't eat it home. I bring my own shit home because my wife, they're vegetarians. I'm vegan. So they can eat dairy and all this shit. I bring home quinoa.
I like Travis's restaurant.
Crossroads, man.
Fucking good.
You like it, right?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Those cigar things. Yeah.
Ooh, that's his favorite thing, the cigars.
Yeah.
Cigars are good, dude.
That's the way you want to take a lady.
Yeah, it's a really nice. Take a date there.
I've been with this woman for 8 months or something, and we just went on our first date.
Really?
Well, yeah,
because you've been on lockdown.
We're in lockdown.
Yeah.
And we're
You
like,
eat Cheez-Its?
no.
No, don't give this man
I'm
shit.
keto.
Oh, he's keto. He's on some other shit. He lost 20 pounds, man. But we were talking before, too. You're working with DOC, which we love. We listened to DOC today at Runyon. And
DOC is such a cool dude.
yeah, he's a legend.
And it's so interesting, too, because he wasn't in the gangster scene, and he co-wrote Straight Outta Compton.
Wow.
He's from Texas, and he's like, what the fuck is this shit?
Wow.
That's why he was like freaking, in the song we did together, because he's like, what the hell is this?
His album's
And
incredible,
he's just
man.
super smart, super down to earth, cool guy. And
How does the DOC get to a Fat Mike? Like, how's it even happen? And Exhibit. Like, how's it even
well, they were
happen?
doing interviews for his documentary,
Okay.
and my friend asked if they could do it at my house.
Oh, perfect.
And I knew DOC, and I knew
Yeah.
Quick, who I recently met.
Yeah.
And it was funny. Exhibit was over, and I've never heard of him.
Wow.
I've never heard any hip hop.
Okay.
I had there's that Stan song by Eminem. I know that one.
No Public Enemy, Beastie Boys on that
No,
shit?
I listened
Okay.
to Fear of a Black Planet twice.
Great.
I thought that was very important, very good.
Yes.
Straight Outta Compton.
Yes.
I heard that.
Okay.
Then I don't really listen to hip hop. Eminem, I heard a little bit.
He's talented, yes.
So
let's go.
and
Exhibit.
POS was on Warped Tour.
Oh, yeah.
I went to see him.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Exhibit's here, and Exhibit's looking at this car in my driveway, and it's like a '58 Cadillac, and it's my friend's.
Pimp Your Ride, yes.
But I didn't know he had a show called Pimp My Ride. He's just this guy.
Uh-huh.
He goes, "What year is this car?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I think it's 1930s." He's like, "No, it's." He's in the 50s, and it's been there for a while.
Yeah.
I go, "Yeah, but it's." I don't know. I don't like it. It doesn't drive very well at all.
Yeah.
Check out my minivan over here. This thing is way nicer. And he was laughing, his friends laughing, and I just thought I was being funny.
Yeah.
I didn't know he had a teeth. And then someone said, he has a show called Pimp My Ride.
Huge
I go,
show.
oh. So, yeah, I guess that's even funnier now.
That's incredible, man. He was nice, right? He's cool.
Super cool.
Yeah, he's a great one too.
And that one day I met Tone Loc. He was over there, and Sir
DJ
Jinx.
Quick too, though.
Yeah, Sir Jinx.
Sir Jinx.
And then some like gnarly rappers, like big dudes, and they weren't as friendly. Because I'm like, hi, I'm
Yeah.
Mike. This is my house.
But DJ Quick too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, super cool.
Yeah, because I saw him in footage when you guys did the stream with Fishbone. I was like, DJ Quick said that's crazy.
Yeah,
It's just crazy how worlds collide later on in life too. You know.
that was really cool having Fishbone play, and
Yeah. One of the greatest frontmen, one of the greatest bands, I think, man. Like maybe underrated.
I just produced 3 songs with them.
Oh, you did.
And wow, what a dysfunctional band! Like,
So when you think your band is, and you mean
oh
other
no,
bands,
yeah, nothing
Yeah.
like this, where like
wow.
everyone's calling me separately, tell me how things really go, and I'm like, you guys are hysterical.
But so talented, man.
And Angelo's like, I really want to get my stuff on your label, and I'm like, Angelo,
Oh, the mad vibe.
you're Mr. Wackadoo. I can't help you here, buddy.
Yeah.
This isn't the kind of music I put out.
So such incredible talent, though, man.
Yeah, they're all
Fucking
so
voice,
talented, but
dude.
it's just it's hurting cats.
But it makes you realize how good you have with your band. When you meet other bands who are maybe more
Oh,
over the top.
I have it so easy because I write the songs and I
Yeah.
tell them how it goes,
Yeah.
and they do it, and hey,
Yeah.
that's why we've been together for so long. I mean, bands
Yeah.
where everyone tries to write, that's when the fights happen. Everyone wants mechanicals. Everyone wants.
So the publishing, all this stuff like that, or I don't know. I guess it's
I don't. I write the songs.
Yeah.
Eric Melvin writes a riff now and then. He gets a little publishing,
Yeah.
but
It's a family unit. There's a reason why you guys are still together and love each other.
yeah, and you know, there's got to be a best songwriter. There's some bands where there's 2, but there's never 4.
No.
You know, like how many albums did fucking George Harrison ruin by the Beatles? Well,
I don't know.
not a lot, but Sgt.
Yeah.
Pepper's definitely that fucking sitar song.
I'm not even a Beatles fan. You love the Beatles or no?
Oh,
You know
Toby,
that song? I'm not a big fan.
You're not a big fan. Well, yeah,
I appreciate them.
if you're a fan of melody,
Okay.
you're a fan of
I
the
am.
Beatles.
Okay.
I mean,
I know other songs if I hear them. I want to watch that Rick Rubin doc series with him and Paul McCartney breaking down all the songs.
oh yeah,
I heard that's incredible.
yeah, I want to see that too.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think they're the best band of all time, and no one will ever touch them.
Wow.
But I'd rather listen to Bad Religion.
I didn't realize that you were a big Beatles fan. That's incredible. That's cool.
Well, it's just how it is.
But it makes
kinda.
sense. But it makes sense though.
I mean, no band has ever done what they've done. You know, their songs are the most covered songs ever. They had four top 10 songs at the same time.
Fuck.
It's just they changed music and they changed politics.
Yeah.
And they were even irreverent when they put out Revolution. It's like that's a song against protesters. Like what? You're not even
Wow.
backing your people.
Damn. You got a lot of music knowledge. I'm so happy.
Actually,
to hear it, man.
I don't know bands. I don't listen to music ever. I just don't.
Nothing?
When I find a band I like,
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
That band Fun, I listen to them.
Oh yeah, Fun's cool. Yeah.
But it's a couple David Bowie records I like. I like
Wow.
the Spits.
Like the Smiths, you said?
No,
Oh, okay.
Spits.
Oh, the Spits. Okay.
Smiths.
Sorry.
Ugh.
Sorry.
I just hate music, and I hate it. I need a cool chord progression or
Yeah.
really cool lyrics, or it's really punk. I need something that is different.
Yeah. I'm so happy you're here, dude, because I know you for so many years. We played shows together. We crossed paths.
I'm very happy to be
and
here
we get
too.
to have a conversation about life, just everything with you in general. You know what I mean? Like,
How am I doing?
you're doing incredible,
It's
dude.
okay?
And your voice, you have such a great. You should. I'm not saying you have a voice for radio because you're a handsome cat, but you have a great voice. It sounds good. Obviously, because I know your voice from.
Don't
singing.
call me white.
No,
Don't call me. Yeah.
No,
This isn't the voice that's going to get you on radio.
But I know, but it's a good voice. Chappelle, grab that mic.
It's called a signature voice.
Yeah. It's just a cool voice, though. Grab the mic, because my friend Chappelle Lacey's here. He's an incredible stand-up comedian, and he comes from punk rock. Let me introduce you.
Okay.
And he's a fan of NoFX. He was stoked I was having you here. But punk rock saved and changed Chappelle's life, literally, from the crazy childhood he had growing up in Arizona.
So it changed your life for the better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
dude.
Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah, for the better. Yeah.
Your band changed my life forever.
For the worst.
Yeah, my
No, I mean,
girlfriend
you-
killed herself, and then I got on drugs. And
In a positive way, right?
Yeah,
Chico?
it's a super positive.
I
way.
covered a lot, though. Anything you want to talk about?
You covered so
Thanks, bro.
much.
I did my deep
you
dive
did,
on this
You did
guy.
a lot.
But
I mean, there's things that I'm like super. I guess I just find very intriguing about you is the fact that you're very business savvy, and like you don't necessarily find that. What is it? Okay, am I good? I feel like you don't necessarily find that. Like a lot of musicians, even with, because I do stand up comedy. So even with stand up comedy, you just don't find many people that pay attention to that aspect of it. You know what I mean? It's almost like a world that people don't want to. They want someone else to pay attention to that, and not necessarily themselves.
yeah, I can't do anything in my life like that.
Yeah.
And I'm not. I guess I'm a control freak, but once I get a system set up how I think it should go, then I let it go.
Yeah, well, even when you were just explaining earlier, like when you guys were when you were recording all that stuff and filming all that stuff in like Iceland and Philippines or whatever, like that was just your doing. You're like, well, you figured like, hey, okay, these shows won't be as good, but why don't we film this, make this thing, and then boom, you recoup. Which people don't. It's just I'm just like you don't find very many people like that in the industry that pay attention.
Most people really try to follow the industry.
Yeah.
They see what's hip and what's going on, and then they try to do that. And I always do the opposite.
did the opposite. Black Sheep.
Well,
Yeah.
when you talk about like your band still being relevant, you still being relevant, Fat Records, still being relevant. It's just like it makes so much sense when you understand everything, like the way you've like navigated it all.
Well, it's
100%.
like the cheap comp, the compilation,
Yeah,
the
those are
CDs.
great.
We I was
$5.
first to do that.
Wow.
It's funny because Brett Gerwitz says the same thing.
I was
But-
on one of those too.
Yeah, but if you look at fat music for fat people, and you look at Punkorama, look which one came out first. Anyway, but I used to give those away. I used to give away 1,000 at every show.
Those were sick.
Oh, okay.
So every band on it got popular in that city. Just boom. And then we did the short music comp. with
I
all
was
the
on that.
The short songs.
Yeah.
And then I did Decline.
Yeah.
I always try to do something that's different.
I love that.
And Punk and Drublic tour, and our book, the Hepatized Bathtub. That book, like even the guy who wrote The Dirt was like, he wrote us and said, "This is incredible.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like you outdirted us."
Because the Dirt's sick too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great book.
Yeah.
I read that and I was thinking we can do this better in one way because a lot of big rock bands, they just talk about big rock stories.
Totally.
And it took us, so many years to just, be in a van,
Yeah.
station
Yeah.
wagon at first. And those stories are better. And I'm just like, if we actually tell all our stories, everything, it'll be a fucking good book.
Damn, you see, he's really fucking good at like looking at what's right here and going,
What could be better?
what could be better?
Not how can I do this like that other person?
Exactly.
How can I do it differently and better?
Yes, there's this thing with like comedians where they will do this thing because like they'll see a comedian pop in like one way, they're like on like doing like viral videos or something, and they'll be like, "Oh, I need to do that," and it's like, and it doesn't work because
work for you, man.
that was never your thing.
Totally.
It was never authentic to you.
Yeah.
and then they just fucking find themselves down this horrible path of like, what the fuck, I'm wasting my time
Yeah.
doing these fucking, trying to like go viral like this person in the way that they did it, but it's all
Comedy's so hard too because
Yeah.
you see people who inspire you and are so funny, and you kind of you almost try, you're influenced by them.
Yeah.
but you can't copy them.
you can't. Yeah, yes.
You can't Carlos Mencia. That was gnarly.
I don't know if you know that story.
I don't.
Oh,
This guy he got a comedian. He got a big show and all his stuff. He
doing
stole.
arena tours.
And all the stuff he what? Stole?
He stole everything.
He was doing
All his
arena
jokes.
tours, all this
Oh
stuff.
my
Yeah.
God, it's fucked.
And he would go to the comedy store, see new comedians, steal their jokes, and then go to big places.
That's so fucked.
Oh,
Yeah, he was called out pretty hard.
yeah, he
for
was
it.
caught, and
He got canceled before he got canceled. Back then.
Yeah, and it's you know,
he
you
ripped
watch.
off Bill Cosby.
Yeah, there was a joke
Holy
in it.
shit.
Yeah, there's a joke that Bill Cosby did in like the 70s.
Okay.
And then literally
He
he
took
did
the
the same
exact joke.
joke.
And you didn't think he was gonna get caught.
And it was like
fuck.
there's footage of Cosby doing it in the 70s,
Yeah.
and then footage of him doing it like early. It was like
But
early
stealing
Wow.
from new comedians, that's so fucked up.
Yeah, it is fucked up because like that's the thing that's hard about comedy is that like, you know, a smaller comedian could somehow, you know, get a spot on a big show with like big comedians, and that big comedian could be sitting back there and be like, I like that because
That's what they do. They stand in the back
and then all of a
listen.
sudden it's like bam, you know what I mean? So like,
That sucks.
And
yeah,
then, like, a lot of
luckily,
comedians would be like, "Oh, Carlos Mencia is here. I'm not going on tonight. I'm not doing it."
Oh shit, that's smart. Wow.
but yeah,
I like how Dave Chappelle lets nobody film anything on his tour.
Oh, yeah,
No
he has,
phones. That's super smart.
there's this thing that where he people have to lock their phones
Yeah.
into this
It happened at
like
Guns N'
pouch,
Roses
and
show.
if they want to use their phone, they have to go outside of the venue where the person
Smart.
that unlocks them up or whatever. Because it's the experience
Yeah.
or whatever that he wants to like be here.
Well, that's so people can
like,
go
right
online
here.
and cop and look at you.
Yeah, you know, I never filmed my daughter when she's in plays and all this stuff. Aaron would, but I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to see this.
Yeah.
You want to see
I don't
it,
wanna
yeah.
see it.
Moment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking moment,
I don't
yeah.
want to. I'll remember this better
Yeah.
if I just watch
Yeah.
her.
Imagine if Toby was just holding the camera
Not even listening
talking to
him
you
right
right now.
Yeah.
You
How
know what I
old
mean?
is your
Like,
daughter now?
She's 17 soon.
Wow, my son's 18. Is she into punk at all or anything like that?
Yeah, she
Her own shit?
Yeah, I mean, well, she's into what her boyfriend listens to. really.
Okay.
but I mean, she loves Tony Sly and
Okay.
a lot of fat bands.
Okay.
She was a big
Oh,
Masked Intruder fan.
Awesome.
You know,
man.
you should watch her video because she sings in my musical
Okay.
on the album, and it's
That's awesome.
for Home Street Home. She sings on most of the album.
Okay.
But I was just trying to sneak her on one song, but she's so good.
That's amazing.
I mean, really, the song she sings is called "The First Time," and she actually walked down Skid Row with a selfie stick and filmed. It's a one-take video, and she's singing, walking through all these fucking junkies and shit. And she was 14 when she did it.
Holy shit.
It's really cool.
That's amazing, man.
the only other interesting thing I think is about you is that most people get you wrong.
Yeah.
You know,
I figured it out today.
No, like, well,
I saw a whole new you today, dude.
because
I'm serious. Like,
I think, you know, like just even when you explain like the way you're like, okay, I had a calendar of when I would do my drugs. I wouldn't do it in these cities. I want to spend. I think
Very fucking
the thing is like exactly.
That's why I'm not scared of ODing
but
ever,
also,
because I'm very.
yeah.
and that's
I have
what
a whole
I
new
noticed. I was
perspective
like,
of my
okay, I was like, because I mean, yeah, in the punk rock world, you just hear stories all the time. But I was like, this guy's really business savvy. I was like, he catches
successful
things.
label.
He catches things like quick that like if you're like if you're just constantly fucked up, it doesn't seem like you could find that focus. And there's a
But
focus
I'm
that
not
you
that fucked up.
focused.
That's what I'm saying. You like
People
for
got
the
twisted.
type of focus that he has, you can't be someone that's constantly fucked up to have that.
Yeah,
to catch
I
things the
agree.
way he catches things.
Yeah.
is like, and so I like that's what I thought was think is real interesting about you. I'm like, a lot of people have him wrong.
Totally
No,
twisted.
yeah, my
Do you agree?
My girlfriend, yeah, absolutely.
I
Yeah.
do.
She recently said something to me when she was just helping me. She was kind of like my shaman, but without drugs.
Yeah,
And, and she told me something that was really, it just changed my life. She said, Mike, you'll probably always be lonely because no one will ever understand you.
Wow, dude.
And I was like, holy shit, you're right. People do not understand me. They don't understand my motivations mostly, which is, it's really killing me right now.
Wow.
Because people, like I said earlier, I like to win. I like to make money, but I like everybody else to win because that's winning. That's really winning.
All
is
your friends, yeah, of course.
to bring everyone up with you. And my kids, I'm not like, I don't lie. I don't lie. I never do anything bad to anyone. I never get one over. I never take revenge in any way. I always take the high road, and people don't trust me. They think I'm doing something wrong because he must have an angle. He must be doing
well,
something.
but people don't look at
and I'm like, no, I'm sincere. You can't tell sometimes because of my sarcasm.
Yeah.
Because of my sarcasm. And people are like, what the fuck is... And she's right. People will never understand me.
Yeah. It's
And
fucking
no matter what I
interesting.
say, like close friends of mine, some of them, they start to think things about me. Like, how come? And I'm like, no, I'm being upfront.
Yeah.
My motivations are sincere. I act in good faith. But
And
people
why do you
aren't
think
like
that is?
that. Like, because people who lie and cheat, like I never cheated, and I slept with 2 women in 30 years. Just that's it. And a few more after I got divorced from Soma.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh,
anyway,
you wow, that's interesting.
but yeah, 30 years, never cheated. I saw some dominatrixes, but I was allowed to because that's what we did. I just didn't fool around with anyone. It was all open.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't lie. I just never lie.
Yeah.
And people are liars. Most people are liars, and they embellish and they lie.
Well-
So they think everyone else does too.
Yeah.
I think everyone tells the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So I trust people, which has been a downfall.
Okay.
Well, I mean, people don't check his stats. It just off this, like, in very simple things that you could. There's very simple things that you could, that people, like, anyone could find out about him, to where you go, oh, maybe he's not. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, look,
like,
we've never had a lawsuit at Fat Records in 30 years.
That's what
never
I'm
had a lawsuit.
and I was just gonna bring up that, like, the stuff with Fat Records. Like, I don't know. I'm good. As far as the one record deal that you would do with people, you allow people to come back.
We don't cross collateralize.
You don't call. Yes.
Crazy.
You don't do
I
that.
hated being
That's what I'm
cross-collateralized on
saying.
other labels.
There's
I hated
things
that.
that he
we don't do that.
does
Yeah.
that it's like, oh, he's for people. He's for to help people and
But people
wanting
just want to
people.
read a headline and not dig deep what really happened.
And you can do that and also do well for yourself. It's just harder.
Yeah.
And I'd rather lose money on a band than cheat them in any way.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think you have. There's no way you can have success by cheating anyone.
People do. People do all the time.
do, but like
it's harder not to.
It's harder
and
not
it's better
to
because.
But when you look at him,
That's why
it's like,
it sucks so bad because I'm so hated, on the internet or.
That's fuck that shit. It's not real life, dude.
I know, but it's like I try so hard, and I'm realizing since my woman told me that, no one's ever going to understand my motivations, and I just have to stop trying so hard. Not to not cheat people, but trying to make people understand.
Yeah.
What about this?
And I offend people.
Yeah, and any of those people that have like said I don't like Fat Mike or anything like that, blah blah blah.
They'll never come to. They'll never say to your face.
How about this? How many of those people have ever sat down and had dialogue with him?
Zero.
Think about that.
There was a band called We Are Union, right? And my friend told me I should check them out. And I'm like, oh, I like this band. And I was thinking about working with them. And then I saw one of their videos, and they talk shit about me in the song.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, oh, my God. I was so hurt that night.
Damn.
And the next day, I got a hold of the band, and I asked the singer to sit down with me. And we sat down, and she explained herself. And I said, oh, that kind of makes sense. But it's still, and she's like, but it's pretty fucked up. And sorry. And we're very good friends now. She works for me.
You see what he did? That's what I'm saying.
That's fucking, I got goosebumps.
But think about what he said earlier. He's going to sit down with that professor or the professor.
Yeah.
He decided to sit down with the professor and talk to the professor. Most people don't fucking do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
people
just learned that I don't want an enemy, and they have me wrong. So I need to explain to them why they have me wrong.
Yes.
And in a very nice way.
Yeah. And it looks
that's amazing,
and you in like just based off this conversation here, like you seem, correct me if I'm wrong, but you seem like you can have dialogue and without getting emotional. Like you sat there and like talked to a person that literally dissed you in a song, and for some reason I imagine that you were able to speak clearly without like this emotion of like, yo, fuck, or whatever, right?
When you learn that in college in debate class, whoever raises their voice is losing.
Yeah.
So you don't have to raise your voice.
Yeah.
I won't talk to. It's a waste of time to discuss things with an idiot.
Or on the internet. You never win an argument on the internet.
But no, I do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Because I go at it in a different way. Some kid said, fucking Fat Mike told me to go fuck myself when I asked him for an autograph. I wrote him back and go, tell the truth, because that's impossible, because I've never even said that in my life. I've never told anyone to go fuck themselves. I say, I'm sorry, I'm busy. Can't sign that right now.
Yeah.
That's the worst I'll say. So tell the truth. And he wrote back and said, yeah, you're right. I made it up.
And they just want your attention. You know what I mean? Then once you get
Yeah,
it,
but
I'm a big fan. I didn't mean that.
I don't say mean things to people.
Yeah.
Well, when I'm on stage, I will
Yeah.
make fun of people.
And the thing,
But that's
But
what
that's a
comedians
performance.
do.
That's a performance.
Yeah, but the thing,
like that's.
but the thing he did when they did say something that was offensive, and they realized it got offensive, they apologized for it. They weren't like, "Fuck that, we're punk. We're just being funny."
No,
They
and you know why
apologized
too?
for it.
It took me 3 days to write that apology.
Yeah.
Like doing coke. Like I was fucking focused, and I kept sending it to people, and they kept giving me their. And Fletcher really changed me. Of all the people,
Love Fletcher, man.
Fletcher said, "Don't give any buts. Don't say who you are. Think of the 8-year-old girl whose mother didn't come home."
Yeah.
And I go, right. That's who I'm talking to. I'm not apologizing for fucking Fox and
No.
for America.
Yeah.
I'm just apologizing to those people in Vegas. It was a shitty thing to say, and I meant it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like taking responsibility for shit like that. But at
Yeah.
the same time, I realize how punk this dude is, talking to him this whole time, like always speaking his mind, not giving a fuck, living his life the way he wants to live his whole fucking life, and not being afraid to say some shit because everybody is so worried about being canceled.
And without
and he has that
Yeah,
mentality still.
but like
the 50s.
when you get to, like getting to know you, just through this conversation,
Totally,
like
dude.
you come as if you want to deliver your best to people. Like you're not trying to deliver a bad person.
No, I don't.
Like your intent isn't to deliver.
When I go
bad.
to the supermarket,
yeah,
I always make the cashier laugh. I love making people laugh.
Yeah.
I love making the world a better place little by little.
Yeah.
I'm never mean. I always take the high road. But it's the smart road.
yeah,
Revenge is like shooting up poison. It really is.
Yeah.
There's no good outcome ever.
never.
yeah.
And if someone says something, I'm more like, like I'm just thinking, boy, are they dumb? They must live a miserable life.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Do you let negative shit on the internet affect you?
Yes. Yeah.
It's hard.
It's hard. I can't.
all of us. it
I'm
happens.
very sensitive, and that's
Okay.
why this has been so hard for me.
Yeah.
And but I have to stop caring what people think.
Especially, it's hard, like, because it's just, it looks so big there, but like we haven't been on the phone in almost 2 hours and having a conversation about everything, right? And people see one thing and they'll write some shit from a private account, or there might even be a fan to get your attention, and there'll be 100 comments and one negative one. That shit will fucking hit you for a second, right? And like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and you don't want the whole world to love you, but it's like,
No,
And no one's looking.
I love
for that.
walking the edge too. I love giving. This is what the singer of this band told me. She's like, but how you put it? The comments were about the song "72 Hookers."
okay,
Because people think it's an anti-Muslim song, and if you just listen to the lyrics, but it's not.
Yeah.
And we do we ululate in it, and her point was, your fans are meatheads. And a lot of them, you have a lot of meathead fans, and a lot of them are going to think it's an anti-Muslim song because they're not paying attention. That's why there's a problem. And I go, oh, right, I can see your point of view, because we do have a lot of meathead fans. I'm not going to stop singing songs like that because the lyrics are very politically correct.
let's create a conversation made up with it. That's fucking amazing, man.
Yeah, that's all.
how you win.
That's all I wanted to.
That's how you win, is by being sincere and polite, and that's how you win arguments. That's how you can win arguments.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
Even if you don't really mean it, it makes it disarms the other person.
But
Yeah.
you should know, as an outside perspective, that you are loved by so many people around the whole entire world. Your music just
100%.
changed.
Yeah,
so many
you
lives
just don't
in a
think about
positive
that.
way.
You
I know
see
you
the
don't,
hate.
because also you're in your world. You're out there. You're just chilling where you live. There's a pandemic. Like, yeah, you just feel that. But your band has inspired so many, dude, and you've done so much good for the world. And yeah, you say fucked up things and you apologize for them, and you're not perfect. You never said you were perfect. You're a fucking punk rock dude who's lived your life, your whole life. And I have a whole new perspective on you, Mike. Like,
Oh,
I really,
cool.
this conversation, like, for real, dude, I've known you for so many years, and now you're sober. We're having a conversation. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like you've been.
Well, I'm so glad to do your show, Toby.
No, me too. I'm
'Cause,
honored to have you, dude. I'm fucking honored.
I feel like I have talked about a lot of things
yeah, dude.
I don't normally talk about.
And you've been you your whole fucking life and lived your own fucking rules, and it's like I don't know about you or me, but that's like the punkest you could fucking be.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like, and everybody's afraid to like think for yourself, and the world's such a different place. But like, he's still living that way that he grew up on through the music that inspired him. You know what I mean? Like,
No, yeah.
We're a
I mean,
punk band. We are a punk
that's
band.
what like.
Yeah.
We're not gonna fucking Eric, like our new video, The Big Drag. Eric Melvin's like, I think we should take out that part where we're crucified to Jewish stars. I'm like, if we took out every part that might offend someone, there would be no video.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't worry about that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because it's people's perspective. We're not doing anything wrong. We're doing
But
our
at the same time, you don't worry about it. You are sensitive to people, the backlash sometimes, right? You still want to do the art, even though it might be backlash. But if the backlash comes, it still kind of bothers you because you want people to understand you where you're coming from, and not everybody is.
It's very difficult to navigate these days.
But not every person's going to understand you. But it's just fucking I get it.
But also at the same time,
And my new lyrics are going to get so much shit. I mean, I just go straight out of the gate.
So when you put it out, it could get some. Yeah.
And we have a song called "Cancel Me."
Okay.
And it's cool because it cancel me, and then I sing that, and then it's can't sell me, cancel me, cancel me, and it's because you can't sell me.
Yeah.
You either have to cancel me or you can't. Anyway, it's cool lyrics.
No,
Wow,
that's amazing.
Man.
But like, that's NoFX.
There's NoFX.
If you know NoFX,
the band the whole time,
if you know the band, then you know.
The titles of the albums, everything.
NoFX would do that.
Yeah,
NoFX would say
we're not
that.
going to change. Because
That's what I'm
the
saying.
times
Like
are changing.
Yeah. It's such an interesting time,
and
man.
I'm a transvestite motherfuckers, not a cross-dresser. Not going to use your word. It's me.
It's
you know,
you,
and
yeah.
I grew up watching Rocky Horror. I'm a fucking transvestite. Sorry if you don't like it,
Yeah.
but it's not offensive.
Yeah. I just love that you're yourself and you embrace it. And I love where you're at. Seems like where you're at in your life with the new lady, with being sober. It's just everything. And like the way you look healthy. Because I don't want you to like, we don't talk all the time, but if I heard things about you, like I would be like, where I hope this guy doesn't, you know what I mean? I don't know. I never want to hear something happen to you. Like in that world.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about me.
Okay.
And I take pretty good care of myself.
Well, you're such a talented human. I've always known that, but just talking to you, you're really focused.
Well, that's why I was so glad to talk to you because we haven't had long conversations like this.
Ever.
No.
Ever. I've always seen you fucked
I
up on the
know
Warped
your
Tour.
brother way better.
I know. No, I know.
What was the worst thing ever? Like, what band ruined a wedding like no other band? The Gimmies, man.
Oh, the Gimmies, yeah.
We played
Fuck.
Todd's wedding. Holy shit.
Oh, shit, that's right. They played Todd's wedding.
Wow.
And it's
Holy
like,
shit.
you sure you want the Gimmies to play at your
Holy
wedding?
shit, dude.
Because we're loud. And everyone's like, can you turn it down? Can't turn down Dave Run.
Holy shit, that's right. You played that. Fuck.
That's amazing.
What's that wedding we were at, too, together? Oh, that was Skiba's back then. Yeah.
Sometimes
pictures
my
pull up-
speech I gave at Skiba's wedding, yeah.
Dude. Sometimes
That
those
was
photos will
funny
pop
as
up of me and
shit.
Mike all clean, all like young with suits on. It's cool. But dude, thank you so much for being here. I'm sure we covered a lot, right? As a fan.
This is the longest interview I've ever done.
I'm sorry. I appreciate you.
For
man.
you, buddy.
I appreciate it. And we covered a lot. As a NoFX fan,
I'm
you learned
telling
a
you,
lot.
yes.
You're happy. You're good with the combo.
I'm starving.
Okay.
I know. I was like, man, he wants
I
to
came
eat.
here. I'm like, do you have anything for me to eat?
No, fuck.
We got this drawer of candy.
We should take him to give. Good talk. Anyway, Mike, thank you. I appreciate you. I learned so much about you. This is a way overdue conversation. People that listen to podcasts for 2 years, your name comes up all the time, and I'm psyched we have like a fucking awesome combo.
Yeah, it was really nice.
And I'm really stoked to see what you do in the hip hop community with all the rappers you're hanging out with. Yeah. Would you ever rhyme on anything?
Rap?
Rap?
No.
Okay, I respect
I'm
that.
not good at it.
Okay.
I don't even like rhyming in songs.
Oh yeah, that's hardcore. Mike, thank you so much.
Hell yeah.
Hey y'all, Liquid Death's been so kind to give me a promo code. So for your first purchase on liquiddeath.com, go to liquiddeath.com/OLOC and you get a free set of koozies with your first purchase of H2O, still or sparkling. If not, you can try it also at Whole Foods or 7-Eleven. Use the promo code OLOC for your first purchase of Liquid Death. Thank you, Liquid Death, for your support. Appreciate you so much. Murder your thirst. H2O saves lives, y'all.